Two countries, same continent, split by a single border. On one side, hospitals, highways, a stable currency. On the other, the same soil, the same climate, the same people 20 years ago, and almost none of that. This isn't a hypothetical. This has actually happened more than once in modern history. And once you understand why, you'll never look at a map the same way again. Ask most people why some countries are rich and some are poor, and you'll get one of three answers: resources, geography, or culture. Let's test them. Resources. Some of the poorest countries on Earth sit on top of enormous mineral wealth. Meanwhile, countries with almost no natural resources at all, think Japan, Singapore, became some of the richest economies in the world. So resources alone can't be the answer. Geography. It plays a role, but it doesn't explain why a country can be poor for 100 years and then rich for the next 50, with the same coastline and the same climate the whole time. Culture or work ethic. This one falls apart fastest. The same populations, split by a border, have ended up with wildly different outcomes. So if it's not resources, geography, or culture, what is it? In 2024, 3 economists won the Nobel Prize in Economics for spending decades building the evidence for this exact question. Their answer: institutions, not buildings, the rules of the game in a society. Can you start a business without someone powerful taking it from you? If you invent something, does the law actually protect it? Can courts rule against the government and have that ruling matter? Does your effort translate into something you get to keep? Where the answer is yes, people invest, take risks, build things. Where the answer is no, the smartest move is often to extract what you can, fast. A lot of today's map traces back to a specific historical fork in colonial history. In some regions, colonizers settled permanently and built institutions to protect their own long-term interests. In others, colonizers extracted resources and left. Centuries later, you can still see the fingerprint of that choice in national income data. Here's the important part. This isn't destiny. Institutions can change, and when they do, growth follows, sometimes fast. South Korea in the 1950s was one of the poorest countries on Earth. Within a few decades, it became one of the richest, largely on the back of institutional and policy shifts. That's the encouraging half of this story. The thing that determines national wealth is a system, and systems can be rebuilt. You might be thinking, what does this have to do with my money? First, it explains where global investment flows and why interest rates and returns differ so much country to country. Second, the exact same logic works at a personal level. The environments and systems you build around your own money determine whether your effort compounds or leaks away, the same way it does for a country. That's where we're headed next, because next video, we're taking this same idea of compounding and applying it directly to your own money. If this kind of breakdown is useful to you, that's exactly what this channel is for. Subscribe if you want to keep thinking clearer about money. See you in the next one.